Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing Hunter x Hunter episode 20 and 21. I found the interesting way that they're doing this tournament set in general is, I think, very unique and could make some creative fights. Along with Gon actually being knocked out, well, winning, it's kind of weird because winning, knocked out, whatever you want to call it, he was able to pass, so he's out of the tournament. Now we're focusing on all the other characters, and that is a refreshing look at the tournament format. I think I'm gonna really enjoy this. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out these episodes early and uncut over on patreon.com/ajrich123, and let's go ahead and start. What? Is he dreaming? He's running towards somebody. Oh, is that supposed to like be him running towards trying to find his dad or something? That would make the most sense. So you have one of the stranger examiners right by your side. Huh. Well, that's some relief there. That could, you know, when you break a bone, things could go very badly. I mean, you can't fail at the test because you already passed it. You can still fail at life, unfortunately. It's just like you just passed your exam or you passed a test in school. Yeah, you passed, but you can still fail at life. One test isn't everything. I mean, I guess that's a kind of a negative way of thinking, though. We got to be positive here. Why would you want to, though? You get your own trading card. Maybe kind of like having like a sheriff badge or something. You're a hunter now. I do like how he's treating him, though. He does seem genuinely happy about him passing. Oh yeah, they're probably still... I mean, there's more tournament to... Are we not gonna get to see some of them? That would kind of suck. What the Wait, he failed? Wait a second. It has to be he killed somebody, right? Saw the blood, but who did he kill, for one? That was the only way to fail, right? Or to lose at the very end. Oh, okay. So it's going to actually show it. And that's surprising. It's actually... they would say that he failed before showing it. What the hell? Why would he do that, though? Jesus. Thinking about the worst case scenarios. Maybe he didn't want Gon to hate him. That too, but there's probably more to it, obviously. That's what I was thinking too. He seems to be good at doing that. And in this case, it works. Even though he might not be happy about that type of result, it still worked. Wait, so are they just going to go quickly through these fights? I have to say, I'm slightly disappointed. I hope that not all these fights are like this, because I thought it was going to be like a match each episode. Like, maybe I'm thinking more like, you know, DBZ or something with the tournament type format where it's, you know, they put like 2 or 3 episodes for each match and it's super intense. And especially for what we saw from last episode, I was not expecting them to kind of blaze through this. I kind of hope they focus at least on a couple more matches. What is he saying? Well, he does. Obviously, we know he has interest in some of the, some of the potential of people. So that actually doesn't surprise me, especially since he knows he probably can win further matches. Ah. So the old man's gonna give up, right? Or not. What is he telling these people? I'll kill you if you don't surrender or something? Is that what he said there? It's like he's whispering sweet nothings into their ears. Another thing is, I actually for a second I'm like, why is that other kid still in the matches? And I'm remembering, if you lose, you keep going. So I forgot. I kind of forgot about that for a second because this is so unorthodox. Okay, so he'd rather fight somebody more worthy. Okay, so he doesn't freaking do whatever he did there. Huh. Been too long? Wait, so they know each other? Oh god. We already saw this weird thing. He's showing his real identity. But who is that to him? What the fuck? How the fuck is that his brother? How would he not? First of all, if it's his brother, how is he not recognizing him? How would he not know he has that type of ability? I mean, that's not human at all to be able to throw a bunch of freaking pins to hide your identity. That's weird as hell. But that's out of left field, isn't it? There was no hints of that. That's out of total left field. They don't even look like each other. Is it a real brother, a half brother, a step brother? Brother from hell, brother from what the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna. I know we'll get answers, but come on. Illumi. But they don't even look alike, even with the change. Yeah, exactly. I think that's normal. Oh yeah, because they were so proud of. I forgot about that. He did mention that they were so proud of him or whatever. An assassin? Well, I guess a killer or an assassin can kind of go hand in hand. If he's born, I'm trying to take what he said there. He says you're born to be a killer and you shouldn't be a hunter. Or is there some rule that I missed that hunters can't kill? Because that can't be right. Though it would make, well, I guess there's probably some type of rules to being a hunter, right? You would think there has to be something. So maybe you can't kill only in certain circumstances, but if you're a killer, you got to kill at any time. There's probably more to this, but it's something to think about. Says, look who's calling the kettle black there. What the fuck? I mean, the guy looks like a literal puppet. But maybe meeting Gon and all his, like, the other guys now, maybe change the way he thinks. Friendship? Or... Aha! I was right. There seems to be a lot more to him. I was getting those vibes from him a bit. It's like he was conflicted. Just because you were trained one way, he's young enough to be able to change that and figure out what he wants. Holy crap. I wonder what, because the way they're trained, that you would think that like the more you got to know them, maybe the more you would see them as because we've kind of seen them more the way he was talking about him. Yeah, friendship, but kind of like rivals too. And maybe because he sees, should I kill this person or should I not? Or they work just like he walked away from the other guy, not even worth fighting. Could that be a possibility? And maybe deep down, that's how he's trained. That's how they are. Maybe that's the way they're supposed to think. But he's hoping for the future here. He's hoping that he can kind of go past that. It is something that you have to think about, though. God damn. That's true. You could see it on Gon's face when they're talking. What the? That's a little fast. Decisions here. Is this some twisted way of making him want to fight him? Oh, what the? What the fuck? Is he alive? This is playing like crazy boss music. What the fuck is going on? I can't read this guy. I mean, you want to think he's straightforward because he wants to, you know, he said his intentions, right? But at the same time, am I the only one that thinks this is some type of psychological, like, what is it called? I'm so brain farting right now, but I feel like he's playing some type of mind games here and trying to kind of trick him a little bit into beating him here. Doesn't it feel like that a little bit? I can't believe I couldn't remember the term. It's called reverse psychology. I feel like he's using reverse psychology here a little bit. You tell me if it's just me on that, but I'm getting that feeling. Yeah, he definitely is. Man, he's really calling him out. This feels like he's testing him. Does that mean kill him? Like to do some type of assassination technique? Oh. Of course you were! Why? Wouldn't you think that because he couldn't kill him there and because he was worried about Gon, that would mean he would? It obviously leans him towards he can have friends and be friends because he's doing that. Yeah, like I said, this seems like he's manipulating him a little bit. Like the way he was trained, because he's still a little kid. The way he's training and stuff, this feels very heavy manipulation. Wow. He was going against his brother and everybody by doing this because they didn't tell him to do this. What? No! He's letting out anger. No! He kills him. No fucking way. Why? Why? You were just developing the right way. Your brother fucked all the character development up. What the fuck? This show is so fucked up. And now they're just in a classroom like nothing ever happened. Time for a tutorial time. That was one of the most fucked up things he could have done. Yeah, I mean, after hearing that, somebody that he wanted to be friends with, he rejected Killa's friendship offer, pretty much not letting him even try to be friends with him by manipulating, and that was such a big manipulation game there. All right, that was interesting. To say the least, that was a I guess I wasn't expecting I expected this to be like one fight. I didn't expect them to rush everything immediately in like 15 minutes. They did, but in the 15 minutes, they made this so I mean, manipulating Killer like that and then it was like setting his instincts up to kill. He wasn't even in that match and he went and killed anyway because he had to. Like his natural instinct is to do that. And he was actually winning against that by befriending Gon and everybody and wanting that friendship. He was actually beating his natural desire, the way his brother and what did they say? His brother and his dad or his family in general taught him to be. He was going against it. And obviously, as we saw, his brother was not happy about that and manipulated him and did some very shady type manipulation to be able to twist him into not doing that in general. That is some top tier manipulation he just pulled. I feel so bad for him. And then, as I've said before, it's hard to get Gon angry, though we've seen him with that, with stuff not going his way before. This seems to take the cake a bit, though. Like, that's just pure. I mean, there's absolutely everything to be angry about. I can't even believe that happened. Holy hell. He definitely doesn't see anything that he did was wrong. Damn. That's some complicated questions and answers there. Wow. Oh, shit. He's got the anger grip. Rescue him? Like rescue him from his family? That was definitely manipulation at its finest. Hypnotized. I didn't even think about that. I mean, I don't think he was legitimately hypnotized. I think this is more so manipulation. Obviously, he's family. They trained him. He knows like everything about him. So he played every card he knew to be able to make him to change his mindset. So it was more of manual manipulation, manual hypnosis, not real, legitimate hypnosis. And if they can actually make if they can actually do something and kind of look the other way on failing him there, I think that would be very fair, especially since it feels like foul play, but can you really, will they buy it? Will they actually agree with this? I really think he should pass. He deserves to pass for sure. Was anybody recording these matches? Let's get it on the replay. It's hard to judge that from. I mean, they didn't really show us much of that fight. Oh yeah, I do want to know what he said. Oh no, definitely not. Problem is, if you start with one thing and saying, hey, this is unfair, even though it's Killa's thing definitely needs to be looked at. But if you start one thing, then other people that could maybe, y'all passed. Do you really need to do this? Killa's makes sense, but this doesn't. But I understand why he's going in this direction. You open up one thing, you open up a whole can of worms, and now everything can be questioned. That's the downside of trying to talk about this type of stuff. True. I mean, you actually, Killa literally gave him that win because he didn't seem as a threat at all. To be fair, he literally was given a win.
の合格にとやかく言うことなんてない。自分の合格に不満なら満足できるまで精進すればいい。でも今まで望んでいないキルアに無理やり人殺しをさせていたならお前を許さない。
Maybe it really is some type of hypnosis or trickery.
を取り戻して合わせないようにするだけだ。
But like deep inside. Oh, sorry. What I'm meaning by that is like I still don't think it's legitimate hypnosis, but it's something that when you're trained, like deep down in your conscious or whatever, like he's trained to kill. That's how he was taught as a kid. So in his subconscious, maybe in certain points, they know he knew exactly what to say to make him think a certain way, which brings him back probably to his training and to his killer instincts. That's what I'm thinking, the reason why he ended up doing that. It's like he knew how to bring him into this certain mind state for him to want to kill. I really wanted him to pass. Now the jelly bean will give you your diplomas?
民間人が入国禁止の国の約 90% と立ち入り禁止区域の 75% まで
Oh, how many restricted areas are there?
銀行からの融資も一流企業並みに受けられます。
You can go to the bathroom without paying. Congrats.
人生7回ぐらい遊んで過ごす行はいたしません。
Oh, really?
我々の統計では
What happens if you lose it then? You're just screwed? It says you won't receive a replacement, but does that make you not a hunter anymore if you don't have your card? You obviously can't get into all the restricted areas, so are you just screwed? Do you have to go take the test again? That's what I was looking for. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss a sentence there. I'm really starting to I'm really liking a lot of these characters, but Killa deserved to be a hunter.
キルアの居場所を教えてもらう。
本当に連れ戻す気？
The direction he is with his family or with his brother here is a bad direction. Well, they're a family of assassins, right? So being in a secluded area in a random mountain makes sense, I guess. Though this does give motivation to whatever they're gonna do next. Yeah, that is definitely the angriest we've seen him. That's what that's what I was thinking. Oh God. Please no. Fucking oh, before I lose this thought, when he was talking about we saw Gon like completely grab his arm, and the anger as it was at an all-time high, but they're going from how we usually see him nice and happy, cheerful, wanting to do things for his friends, to this very obviously, I understand why he's angry and everything, but man, does he I guess at least I'm used to like main characters having restraint, I guess, to the point you think of them as heroes, as good people. We've seen him so innocent and everything, but the way he was acting there was like I don't know, I felt like he just felt so cold, I guess. And I don't know, like, and especially the way Hisoka talks about him and everything, it just makes me like, it's good that he has all these friends and everything. Hopefully they can kind of help each other grow and all that, because that could easily go to a darker side. Like it felt more like he wasn't just like trying to help it. It felt very revengey, for a lack of a word. Like very like, I'll do is, because he said he broke his arm. He literally was just gripping him and broke his arm that way. And you know how easy it is to like kind of go from that, like I want revenge, and then you kill somebody for revenge, And that's the way it felt. Like he was ready to do anything there. Like I said, all he did was grip his arm and broke his arm doing that. It's a little scary. So it just that makes me a little worried, but also having this support system they all have, and I say the same thing about Killa. I think he could be brought up in a good direction as long as he can. Hopefully, they can get to him. I think him being around Gon and Gon being around him and all of them is good for all of them in general, for them growing up and their mindset in general. I think they need the power of friendship. I mean, is kind of real in this. They really need each other.
クルーマウンテンだよ。場所に心当たりはないか。
いや、わからないな。後でネットで調べてみ。
長い間だったが楽しかったぜ。
俺も。
Well, it's good to see Gon act a little cheery again. Cloud Ninja.
忍びもいたものだ。
おい。
Here's some cards.
が正しいからこそ俺もムキになったんだ。不戦勝での不満をあの場でぶちまけたかったんだと思う。
I think he got the biggest freebie out of this entire thing.
様々な未確認生物を見つけ出す幻獣ハンターになる。
幻獣ハンターか。
Oh, so like tracking like mystical beasts or something, or like creatures that
じゃあジンって名前のハンターを調べてくれる？ジンフリックス。サトツ？
I think the next thing he needs to do, the big guy, he needs to go invest in a longer shirt. Well, with other people knowing his dad's name, it makes sense that he would have some type of status or high up. Oh, wasn't that kind of a priority? Maybe not for Gon because he's looking for his dad, but still.
ゴン君、お忘れですよ。
そっか、ありがとう。
それと、ちょっと今しがたの会話が聞こえてしまいまして、実は私、主に遺跡の発掘と修復。 このハンターは発掘しただけでなく、その後も資材を使って完璧な修復を行い、私は遺跡の美しさよりもその作業工程を思い打ちのめされました。
Like thinking for future generations. Is it his dad?
先ほどあなたが
I had a feeling. Yeah, it makes the most sense. The way it makes sense because the way he's trying to help him and talk to him.
これは私の手本とするハンターです。
Ah, so here's the connection a little bit. He deep down probably really wanted Gon to pass. I wonder what he wanted to say. Usually when someone pauses like that and says never mind, usually they have a little bit more things to say to them.
クルーマウンテンを調べてみようぜ。
ああ。ククルーマウンテン。
Probably some dangerous type spot. Of course, you have to go to some place in the middle of nowhere to find your friend. They're not just going down the street.
そこにキルアが？
飛行船で3日といったところか。航船の時間に間に合わない。
おっちゃん、どうにかしてくれよ。
って言っても渋滞ですからね。
What? It's better than sitting in traffic. Those guys will be sitting for an hour or two. It's rush hour. Well, yeah, they ran forever, did a bunch of crazy things. I love seeing him in a better mood now, though.
サトツ、さっきやばかったでしょ。
見てたんですか。
What?
ところでした。 本当のハンター試験はまだ終わってないこと。
What the fuck? What else can you do? You just did a tournament. You said they passed. They have cards. They got their Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Wait, okay. That came out of nowhere. They had it. Okay, they set this up. They gave them a destination to go get Killa, right? So I was like, okay, that's a nice setup to progress from the exams to another set of story, right? It's a good way. Hey, here's a destination you have to go to. Usually like in shows, it's like, let's set up to a new arc. So here's a new goal to do. This is how you're going to do it. Go. That's why I was like, okay, this is very typical to any show to set up a new arc. But is this technically still the same arc? Is this still, they said at first when he was saying that, I was like, did it have something to do with the what you were trying to say, something you were trying to say at the end but said never mind? But did he almost say, hey, you're still taking the exams because he wanted to help him out? That must have been it. Like, he kind of wanted to hint to him. He must have possibly wanted to hint to him that the exams weren't over. What else could they possibly do, though? Like, don't tell me getting Killa is part of the exam. But what about everybody else that's running off to do other stuff? Are they tracking everybody? Because everybody went in their own directions. Or is it just them still taking the exam? I don't understand. I guess since these exams started, they've been completely out of the ordinary. So this shouldn't surprise me, but my God, they just keep going in every direction. I'm trying to think of possibilities. It's either, okay, so getting Killa could be part of the exam. They could have some type of threat or obstacles or something because they obviously have to go to this freaking mountain or whatever. Could that be part of the exam? Could there be other things that were happening that weren't really realized to be part of the exam? But I can't. What the heck could it be? Oh man, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. It's fun to theorize this type of stuff, but I can't really. Other than that, it's got to be something. It's either that or something random. It's something that's not shown yet, or they're just gonna be like, hey, the exams are still going on, now go do this, go kill 100 boars, yeah, or so. I don't know, something. Yeah, they didn't really give us it could be something as simple as go get Killa, and they just made that part of the exam. I don't know. But anyway, this was a very good and even if the exams are still going on, this does seem like a very good end. It felt very end of an arc type feeling here. Regardless if the exams are still going on, I think this was a good stopping point to an arc in general. I really liked the tournament. But man, I was getting ready to, like, before that freaking twist was dropped, I was gonna talk about the entire exam and how I really liked how unique it was, but it's not even over yet. So I feel like the arc's still going on. So I can't even go in an end of an arc spiel. I don't know. This show has me confused sometimes. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out these episodes early and uncut over on patreon.com/AJRich123. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.